Hello everyone, Manithral here, and welcome to the weekly update video for OSRS. Now this week we have more coming from poll number 73, followed with a little bit of other stuff like Trailblazer and whatnot. But first up we have the Slayer QOL quality of life. Isn't it kind of weird that certain Slayer masters won't associate with you even after you prove yourself to be an expert? Not anymore. So once you reach level 99 Slayer, you can show your Slayer skill cape to any Slayer master and prove yourself worthy of receiving tasks regardless of your combat level. Which actually kind of makes sense. Combat Dummy. So the Combat Dummy in your player in-house now includes various new features for players with at least 58 construction. These allow you to upgrade the Undead Combat Dummy into an Ornate Undead Combat Dummy. The main draw of your new punching bag is that it allows you to test the maximum hit of weapons that deal extra damage. For example, add 20 Vampire Dust to the test your maximum hit using silver weapons. Add 500 Revenant Ether to test your maximum hit when using Crossbow, Thamaran Scepter, or Vigora's Chain Mace. Add a Vorkath Head to test your maximum hit using Dragonbane weapons. Add 10 Ensouled Cowfight Heads to test your maximum hit using the Karis. Add a Kirisk Head to your test your maximum hit using Gleaf Bladed weapons. So, should you have stuffed your versions of the heads in question, that will also work. Once you've upgraded to the Ornate Undead Combat Dummy and unlocked the few different versions, you can switch between them at any time using the right click. So that's very, very nice. Fossils on Fossil Island. Sure, digging up preserved and the remains of everything can be fun and the rare counterparts, but in light of this, you'll be able to ask Peter, who's panning at the camp, to toggle off small to large drops, so you'll only find rare fossils. Of course, should you feel guilty about missing out, you can turn it on again. You can now also store up to 510 fossils inside of your fossil storage crate, but do keep in mind, that's actually it for poll 73, but keep your eyes out for poll 74 coming soon. There's also a settings rework. So, now that old school RuneScape is getting bigger and more complicated, they've added more and more settings with every update. And with this, they realize it's going to get a bit unwieldy. To fix this issue, the settings menu has been given a total overhaul. So they've also added a helpful search bar to help track down whatever toggle button or slider you are actually currently looking for, and you can see it right here in the description. Well, the pictures right here. You can actually type what you want in this search bar, and then you can actually search it and find it, which is actually rather useful. And then also interface changes. So if you remember from yours' shoe shop, they've been making some changes to some of the older menus in the game to merge our legacy code with the game's newer menu format. These are pretty subtle changes, but they're still noticeable ones in this week's batch. The XP reward interface by the Genie Lamp and various tomes of knowledge are now more responsive, and the buttons are spread out for usability. So, in Trouble Brewing, supplies table menu now include a take 5 option for the items you'll be using in bulk. So keep that in mind, that there's also more to come and into the new year, of course. So Trailblazer Changes. Don't worry guys, this is actually, I looked over this, is actually a lot of good. No big major changes. There's a few incompletable clues that have been removed. I know one that was popping up in Discord was the one with the Shadow Sword, so that has been removed because it's actually kind of impossible to get. Fix an issue where the League task for collecting miscellaneous rewards with 100% approval was unreliable. I had no problem, but I guess other people are having issues. Players with Treasure Seeker are now able to get additional clues, geodes, and bottles while gathering with a starter clue in their backpack, which is a bit overdue. The Infernal Pickaxe will now give an around 2.5 times additional XP when mining gold with the Goldsmith Gauntlets and Smithing Cape. You no longer have to be a certain area to unlock the following task. Equip a Granite Shield, equip a Lava Battle Staff, equip a Leaf Bladed Sword. You can now use the Production Master Relic to make Super Combat Potions and Antidote ++ Potions. So nothing too new, but welcome. There's also, of course, the Trailblazer rankings, Bronze to Dragon. We've discussed that quite a few times, so no need to dive into that again. Minigame QOL Castle Wars. So, this is in its first reward update since 2014. Castle Wars is getting a funky, colorful new range of boots and full helms to match the armor sets you already know and love. So each tier helm will cost $550 and $500. Boots will cost $440 or $400, respectively. They've also added a little something that should even the playing field, a new potion which acts as a super combat potion, ranging potion, and imbued heart all in one. Of course, it will only work within Castle Wars minigames, so keep that in mind. Player survey. Don't forget, they're actually going to be having a player survey going on. And to take part in the survey, be available on Thursday, December 10th at 1700 GMT for an hour's conversation in English to provide live feedback. So it's going to be during a live stream, so keep that in mind. Merch store update. Woohoo! Another update is always good. In time for Twisted Tunes with the newly available Cabos Lowland soundtrack coming to all major streaming platforms December 3rd. There are 23 tracks, wow, brewed up and by Mod Ian and Surma, so do check it out. Mod Ash and Mod Ed have loaned their musical talents into the mix as well, so do check that out, guys. In other news, players can no longer get unlimited supply of iron nails from Gordon's workbench. A rock slide by the Chasm of Fire has been removed to a less obstructive position. You will no longer receive a warning about lack of inventory space when wiping poison off ranged weapons. But that's it, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, later, guys.